Just before dying, Ove took one last look at a photo of his wife, but then he suddenly thought if she saw me hanging from the ceiling, she might be scared. He quickly grabbed the photo and placed it back on the windowsill, facing the sunlight. At 59 years old, Ove had finally made up his mind to reach the end of his life. He stared at the rope above him, thinking he would finally be able to meet Sonia. But it seemed that death didn't quite have the same plans for him. Just as his anger and frustration started to boil over, the new neighbors, who had already violated the community rules, drove their car into the driveway. But then, Ove thought to himself, I'm going to die anyway. Why bother with these living people?
Nej, hallå! Nej! Nej, nej! Jag körde inte på något! Ut!
In a fit of rage, he shoved the clumsy neighbor away. Ove muttered to himself, who would want to have such a clueless person as a neighbor?
Backradar och kameror. Borde inte få backa ett kassettband ens.
Everything went quiet. Ove decided to go back and finish what he had started, but then he did something unexpected, a good deed that, for some reason, made him feel really proud. He stood on the chair, all set to go, but then suddenly, the neighbor's two kids started climbing out of the window. Ove feared it might scare them, so after thinking it over, he decided to let it go. The next day, Ove went to the cemetery as usual. He apologized to Sonia for not being able to keep his promise and come to visit her yesterday. He complained about the stupid new neighbors, too. Without Sonia, everything felt like a mess. Every day, Ove brought a bouquet of flowers and tirelessly told her, I miss you. When he got back home, Ove put on his smart suit and started to tie his necktie. But then, the doorbell rang endlessly. Fuming with anger, Ove opened the door, ready to yell. But to his surprise, it was the new neighbor's kid standing there. He had no choice but to hold back his temper. As a token of gratitude, the clueless neighbor brought over some freshly made food and asked to borrow a ladder. Ove figured he wouldn't need it anymore, so he, for the first time ever, gave them the ladder without a second thought. Then, an elderly lady came by, asking Ove if he could help fix the heating. She even started talking about Sonia to the clueless neighbor. Sonia was a subject Ove simply couldn't handle, so he snapped right then and there. Back inside his house, Ove was furious. But when he saw his wife's photo, he couldn't help but smile foolishly. This time, no one was going to stop him.